Army Think Tank podcast. I am Jen.
Jess.
And today we have a very special guest that is back on the podcast. Seven is back.
Yay!
Hey guys,
Welcome, Seven. Welcome back.
thank you. Super good to be back.
Woo!
We're
Also,
very
like,
excited.
congratulations on the 25th episode, because
Aw.
that's
Thank you.
that's a big number, and the fact that you guys have like kept going is just amazing. It's crazy.
Thank you very much. We've been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it's been a
A
wild
lot of
journey.
fun. Yep. A lot of things has happened since the first
The
episode.
first episode, yeah.
It's when you think about it, we're almost like half a year in.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, next episode is gonna be like our half year anniversary.
What is time? I don't
So-
know anymore.
So today we celebrate BTS, and next week we celebrate Army Think Tank
Yay.
Woo!
with a cooking show. By the way, we're doing a cooking show next episode.
I'm excited for it.
I am apprehensive but excited.
That reaction. It was your idea. Like,
I know, but I'm ready to get roasted for my lack of cooking skills. As long as there's a recipe, I should be fine. Anyway, how are we doing today, guys?
so tired. But
Food
good.
back.
Tired.
Very tired. So if we start yawning, it's normal. She said while yawning.
Yeah. Yeah.
For those who has been living under a rock, this morning was day one of BTS Muster 2021. And for me, it wasn't too bad because it started at 5:30. But for Jess, it was 3:30. And for Seven, it was 2:30 in this morning.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
And-
West Coast life.
man.
You know, sometimes we get like good times where it's like, you know, midnight for us and it's like, yeah. And then sometimes we just get shafted with.
Yeah, most of the
3
time
a.m.
the East Coast are like, okay, sad face.
Yeah,
And
especially-
sometimes, like this morning, it wasn't too bad.
yeah, and then I feel like we have to reschedule our whole day around it.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, well then I might have to take a nap, or I might have to just wake up late, and then so I can stay up. Like
Yeah.
when it drops, you know?
Yeah, I
Oh,
am
yeah.
planning to go lay down after this, not gonna lie.
Dude,
Yeah,
same.
I gotta do some laundry. But other than
You
that.
just throw it in and then take a
Yeah,
nap.
that's gonna be the plan. I think the guys are gonna go and mow the lawn, and then I'm gonna be like, bye,
Peace.
not being helpful whatsoever.
Yeah. I think my mom was like finishing doing macarons this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was smelling really good because my bedroom is right above the kitchen.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. But when
Yum.
she taps her trays to get the air bubble out, it's very, very loud because again, my room is right above the kitchen.
Mm,
But it's okay. Like
yeah,
she's making macarons like every week
it's delicious.
because of her business. So
I love macarons. They're
Mm.
so good. So
I'll
good.
see if I can try and send some to you.
Okay.
Because last time I sent you something, it wasn't too long since it got to you, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. I got you.
How are you, Seven? How's
mm-hmm.
your week been?
It's been busy. I think so. Going back to the whole not sleeping thing, and working around the schedule that we've been provided, like with the calendar and stuff.
Hmm.
I've been adjusting my schedule to try to fit everything so that
Oh.
I could just have everything ready, like the day after.
Mm.
So
Jeez.
yeah, so working on designs, trying to get like the whole set thing. Luckily, I was able to purchase the multi-view screen thing.
Oh.
So I was able to like choose different angles, and then I was able to create sets around that. while like watching it, and I was like, okay,
I'm
like we
waiting
can.
for the light box of the camera bumps into Hobie's leg. Thank you, Seven. I'm
I
just
got it.
joking. I'm just joking.
I was like halfway through the concert and I was like, oh, I bought the multi-view. I'm
Yeah.
only doing one screen.
Yeah.
Good thing we have tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I'll figure it out later.
Dude, same.
But yeah, camera 3 just died on Hobie's leg.
I don't know what's going on. God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's good. It's been a busy couple weeks. I feel like I'm never done with stuff, which is interesting. Just because I have like somebody working like right below me. So I'm an assistant, and so they're also like contacting like lawyers or accountants and like copyright people, and we're just trying to get like all these things together, manufacturers and everything. But even with their help, like every day it's a struggle to like get everything done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
A lot of
like
stuff.
how?
I understand the feeling. There's not enough time in the day to do all the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like at all. I wish there was like, like 24 hours of daylight and then 12 hours of evening. Like that would be my ideal.
Dude, facts. Honestly, I feel like that would be a perfect working day.
Right?
Yeah. Though I wouldn't work where I work right now for that long. I would die before that. 9 hours is my max. I can't deal with patients for more than 9 hours.
I mean, like my body has a limit, but it's whatever.
No, my brain can't take it. My body could probably continue, but my brain is like, I can't deal with their idiocy. Like there's a bunch of idiots. I'm sorry. Like your insurance has issues, not my problem. Go away.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so used to like working 10 to 16 hours a day.
Hey, if I was working in translation, it would be different, but I'm currently not. So
film life, yeah.
I feel that.
But today is all about BTS's 8th anniversary. As of we are recording this, it is June 13th, and it is the official BTS anniversary. And we have like a couple things related to Festa and Muster on the agenda today. And we brought Seven along because he's our friend and we love him, and we just want to have fun.
Yeah,
so.
And it's the anniversary, like.
Exactly. And we have a creeping Shuki in the background, so with 2 RJs.
They're just straight chilling.
So the first thing on our agenda was the BTS Exam. That got released this week.
Why? First of all, I am 29 years old as of Monday. And I was not prepared for an exam. I've been out of school for like a while, and I was like, no. Get out of here.
Okay, so I got a notification and I was like, do I want to take this test? And then I was just looking at myself saying, I cannot deal with this failure today, because I was seeing people on the timeline saying how difficult the test was. And so I just sat back with my coffee and
watched everybody else.
Exactly.
My like favorite part of that whole thing was like Jungkook saying that we're all gonna like pass with 100%, and then all of us on the timeline being like, so everybody got, what's the answer for A though? Friggin' cheaters.
Well, June also had like no faith in Yoongi. Like
so
none
funny.
whatsoever.
I mean, the man did say at one point, school's not that important. So
hey, he got 57.5. He's like, this is the best score I've ever got. and so I'm proud of my boy.
Yeah, we're all proud. I mean, Jin cheating is iconic, so
Yeah. Did you take the test, Seven?
I didn't. I saw that it came out, but then I was just like, oh man. I was like, I'll get to it. And I think that's a lot that happens with just me in general.
yeah.
But I was like, okay, cool. I'll add it to my to-do list. And then my to-do list keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I'd
Yeah.
like never get to it. But I hope you guys had fun while doing it.
Well, I also ended up watching the video with the answers before I actually told myself like, oh, maybe I'll do it. And then I was like, nah, I'll just watch everyone else fail.
I didn't
Resourceful.
fail. You know. It was also in the morning. Like, I had just gotten up and it was like, test! And I was like, oh, God!
I'm not ready!
Whoa! And they were like, oh, it's gonna be like 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, God, where's my brain? I can't find her. Where'd she
I was
go?
talking about it with Karen and Tanya because we met up last week. And we were talking about Yoongi's score, right? And so he was like, oh, it's the best grade he has ever gotten. I was like, well, people say it's not a passing grade, but I would like to argue that if he went into my program in university, he would have passed because the passing grade is 50%. And so in my book, Yoongi passed the test. There you go.
I agree. I feel like 50 is
Yeah.
pass, right?
Well, I passed some of my classes with like 55%, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got failed once by a teacher that hated my guts by 0.1%, but we will not go into that.
Dude, same.
Yeah. My parents always joke, they're like, I don't even know, like, you just bullshitted your way through your entire university degree. So I don't even know how you came out with one at the end. And I was like,
that's really relatable.
Me neither. To be fair, like
that is very relatable.
I don't know. There's been like instances. There was like one time, my brother and I, we were in the same university class. And we had to write this essay. So he took like 2 weeks to write this beautiful essay. And I was like, eh. So I like wrote it in 45 minutes. And then I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm done. And
did you end up getting a better grade than you did?
I did, yeah.
Oh man.
He was so mad at me.
Did I mention it to your brother next time he shows up on your camera?
Oh, definitely. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta tease
Remember that essay? Yeah.
And it was funny, like, it wasn't even that big of a difference either. That's like the sad part. Like, if it was like a giant difference, you know. But yeah, it wasn't that big of a difference. I don't know. I just like, I just gotta like brain dump everything, and then I'm like, whatever. Just
isn't that what school is all about in the first
place? That's what I think.
You study for the test, and that's about it.
Study, okay. Study.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, J-Hope and JK ended up getting the best scores.
Not surprising though, to be fair.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought June would.
Yeah.
But it's not general knowledge. So
yeah.
That's true. Was there a link that was directly given when the exam was dropped?
It was on Weverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like when is it Hive? When Hive just releases things like that now, like it always sends me back to like the whole data thing. Where I'm just like, oh, like that's interesting. Like I wonder what they're gonna do with like the data in terms of just the fandom, you know? Like whenever they release something like really big and everybody participates on it, it just makes me like it's an interesting concept to like, you know, just like try to see what they're gonna build upon that. You know?
Yeah, I feel like they, like for this festa in particular, they really like tried a whole bunch of like new things that we haven't done before. You know, like the calendar and then the quiz and...
Well, they've also tried to include international armies a lot more.
A lot more this year. Like I really felt like they were really like worldwide inclusive rather
Well, with COVID, they kind of didn't have a choice, but I feel with how big the fandom is getting, I am hoping this is gonna be like more of a normal thing,
Yeah.
so we can also enjoy at the same time as like the K armies, for example.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because today is for specifically for like an international muster.
Yeah, the day 2 is it's in the international. I have a feeling that we're gonna get a lot more maybe English stuff said and stuff like that.
Maybe.
It's my guess, but we're part of Clownville, so I don't know.
I'm hoping for paradise, you know.
I'm hoping for a Pied Piper.
Oh.
That's what I want.
Whoa.
I was blessed with the OT7 the
oh my
performance.
Oh my god.
As a diehard Yoongi fan, boy. So like we were in the group chat, okay? Jess and I were in the Maples group chat when it was happening. And so everybody's like, oh my god, the performance is here. But then on the screen, I saw Jin and JK. And so I was like, oh no, this is going to be an OT7 because there is no way that they just have Jin and JK going to fight in the background of that performance.
Yeah.
I like did not even realize because honestly, I blacked out that that Yoongi got his hair color changed. So like I didn't realize he was sitting like on the throne and then like Jimin was gonna start us off and I was like, who's under the hat? And then he started rapping and I was like, Jimin? Hello?
Yeah. I was like, this is black hair, this is Jimin. And then Jess was having a stroke on the side.
Yeah.
What?
When so having the multi-view thing, I was always watching like the screen that was just like on the main set. And so I just saw like Yoongi just sitting there and like, you know, the song starts playing and I was like, why did he forget his microphone? Like what's going on? You know, he's just sitting there. And so then I just started hearing rapping and I was like, wait, what? That's not playback. That's like, is that Jimin? And so then I went and I clicked on the multi-view screen again. And then I saw the entire thing where they were like leading up to the set and they were rapping. And I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah. This honestly made my day.
Like the fact that we got Dishita and then like all of them were together. Like I only thought we were just getting like Yoongi performance.
Yeah, me too. But it was like a Otsukare kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, it was so crazy.
Yeah, because in the main screen I saw Yoongi and J-Hope. Yeah, I think it was on the side. And so
Yoongi
then I was
and
like,
his trusty advisor, Hobie.
Yeah, and so I saw RM walk in and I was just like, okay, I was like, maybe it's like a rap line type of thing that's gonna happen. But I was so glad to see like V rap just because he's been wanting to do so for so long.
He looks so excited.
Dude, he was so serious but also so like crackhead mode at the same time.
He was living his best life.
Yeah, with the mustache.
The mustache took me out of it. I was like, what are you doing? Why is that on your face?
Jin was fixing his in the middle of JK's rap verse.
I can't with the vocal line. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh god.
Can we talk about real quick how Hobie ate that verse? It's not an easy one too.
No, not at all, because
and he kills it.
The way that he gets into that, like the way that Yoongi gets into that verse with dropping it down and then really like low and methodical, that is not easy to do for anybody.
And he just killed it.
I was like, J-Hope, hello?
J-Hope!
It's honestly, it's that meme just on repeat for the 100th time.
Wait, where's my mic? J-Hope! Okay, you can. Okay, we good.
Yeah, no, gosh, that concert was so good. Like so
They
good.
really said we're gonna party.
Yeah.
Literally. So I made a playlist uh on Spotify of this set list.
Mm.
Like it's just it was so like it was so nice because I felt like so for like Map of the Soul 1 for the like first day I was like an emotional garbage wreck of a person. Like I was like crying for most of it, you know what I mean, like just tears for most of that concert. I blacked out halfway through, I swear to God. But this one I don't know, it felt so like nice to see them excited and like hype, and they really like I don't know, the staff like really put in the effort to make it feel like ARMY was there, like having the seats all like with them in it, and I don't know, I was just so happy the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their set list really said today we aren't crying because we're sad.
Yeah.
Today we're meeting up again, we're having fun, we're dancing, and just like looking at this set list just screams that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like starting off with Life Goes On and ending with Microcosmos is literally like the perfect bookend to that concert. You know, like we
Mm.
started off really shitty and like kind of in the sad place, but then ending on Microcosmos, like even though that song sometimes puts you in the feels, it's not like a sad feeling, it's like it's a happy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Like
happy
I like
crying.
the fact that they were like, get your phone out and go
Yeah.
open a window. And then B's like, if you see like a neighbor, you're like, hey, you're ARMY too.
You're an army? What? Oh, what?
Yeah, the
Are we?
problem is that I have a forest behind my well, forest. I have trees behind my house. There's no houses. It's an industrial neighborhood behind my
Also,
house.
I was like, first of all, V, look, I love you and I would do anything for you. But it's like, 5 a.m. I'm not about to get
Yeah.
out of my bed. Second, it's daylight, so nobody's
Yeah.
gonna see my phone.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, when Tanya and I met up in Zoom this morning, the sun was rising. So
Yeah. I was like, R.I.P. R.I.P. North American armies.
yeah, it's like not happening. Sorry, BB.
I'm also so excited we got Stay, we got Disease.
Okay, do you want me to go through this set list real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Since
go through
I
the set
wrote
list.
it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started with Life Goes On,
Yeah, love it.
went into Butter,
So good.
then we got Dynamite Tropical Remix.
Which was perfect, I think, to add with Butter. Like those two really go well together.
Yeah, it gave us the summer vibe that we needed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then we got Moving On.
Moving on.
which is very fitting in
Yeah,
a lot
100%.
of aspects.
Yeah.
Then we got Stay. Okay, for Stay, I told Jess earlier, because I was on the first camera for most of the concert, and then at the end I had like the multi-view. I had the 6 cameras up, but like I had the first view that you get of all 3 was kind of far away, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a rap line song.
Yeah.
But then I was like, the hair is not adding up. They're all blonde or like gray. And I see brown and black. And so it zoomed in and I was like, oh my god, it's Stay. I got so excited.
The first note dropped and I was like, okay.
See ya.
Bye. Cause we have this thing called Set It Off, like with one of the radio stations in Canada, and we do it every like Saturday night, and we continuously every single week request Stay.
since B
wow.
came out,
And
we've been asking for Stay.
They haven't played it.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we got a live version,
It's a sign.
that's all I have to say. It was so good. It was so
And then-
hype.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
took me everything to not get up and dance because my parents were sleeping right there and my brother was sleeping right there.
Brother Caden.
And then we got Fly to My Room.
Fly to My Room.
Oh my god.
With the
That was
army room.
so cute.
With the
I love
army
that
room.
set they had.
It was just
Yeah,
so
the whole time I
cute.
kept telling myself, Yoongi, don't look at Tae's shirt. Because there were tangerines on Tae's shirt. I was like, Yoongi, you're gonna be fine. But the army room was such a surprise, but also the best.
It was so the best. The little Bangtani and like the it's so funny.
I love that tweet I saw. I don't remember who tweeted it, but it was a picture of Bangtani that says, "Mom, I love him."
I saw another one that was like, so if they release something, if they like release a plushie of this, like they did with the whale, it's gonna be like a bloodbath.
It's gonna be worse than the whale.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Cries in tiny whale.
Yeah, the elusive whale.
Oh,
I swear.
Lord.
And then we got Dichita into Idol.
I was not prepared.
Okay. Can we talk about like the instrumental they used for Idol? Because I've been wanting that version of it for so long. Is it the traditional version of it? I don't know.
Yeah. It was like similar to the last performance on Jimmy Fallon, right? If I remember correctly. Similar. I'm not saying the same, but similar.
Similar vibes.
Because the last time I heard that specific one was I think at I don't know if it was the Melon Music Awards.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it might have been then.
Yes, but because they did like the dance intro first before they did.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I'm saying it's similar because to the performance they did on the week long on Jimmy Fallon. But it's definitely not the same. It just gave me the same vibes.
They were wearing the same like similar style to that too. So it makes sense why that connection.
Man, but Idol's so hype. Oh my god. It's so good.
I love Idol.
So
like at the concerts, just hearing Idol, oh my god. It's like a whole vibe.
It's just like it gets you so freaking hype. Like you can't stop me loving myself. Like come on.
Exactly.
Come
Only
on.
BTS get like
an entire stadium to say that.
Yeah, to yell that.
Like only BTS.
No one else, only BTS.
Yeah, they're the only
ones. And then we got Disease.
Okay.
Big hype.
I was not ready, like not prepared.
Well, we've been wanting it, but
for so long, and the fact that like they knew that too, like Hobie literally said, like I know you guys have been wanting it, so here you go. That bridge though, I was not prepared. Not prepared at all. And the army that Jimin like caressed, is she okay?
I was gonna say, like, I'm so happy for her that she got Veemin's full attention for a couple moments.
Yeah. I'm like, is she good though? Like,
probably not. I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be.
And they're not my bias.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, so this is now my life. Thank you all for
I am not watching my screen for the rest of my life.
I am now dead. R.I.P. Goodbye. That would be me.
And then we got Fire, which was literal fire.
Facts.
Fire after Disease? Come on. Come on. Like, what are you doing?
They know what they're doing, Jess.
So good. Like, Fire.
They know full well what they're doing.
Oh, it's just such a perfect, like, it gets you, like, I was already, like, in the mood to party, and then Fire came on, and I was like, I'm ready!
Okay, you know which one ended me? I finally got to see So What live.
Oh. Yeah, that's very emotional.
Yeah.
This is, like, by far one of my favorite songs. I say that for a lot of BTS songs, but, like, this one has a special place in my heart. Like
Yeah.
June's verse is probably like my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
But I was not expecting So What.
No.
And I'm very happy to like, I wasn't there in person, but being able to see it live, even through a screen, means a whole lot to me.
Mm.
That song is
I
so
am blessed.
good. Like, just so good. It just, honestly, like, it makes you feel like there's just endless possibilities. Like, so what? Like,
Yeah.
just dance. Like, so what?
I've been needing that
Yeah.
recently, so.
Oh yeah. I think we like, I think Army as like a
Yeah.
collective needed these song choices, because we just, it's been so like depressing and so like sad this last like year and a half. And I think like having a concert that's just so focused on like getting us excited and getting us hyped and getting us to dance and move and
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's the same feeling that I have with, you know, when Butter was released too. It's like it makes you feel good. Like, it doesn't matter that there's no like deeper message to it. It's just like, let's just have fun. I want to have
It's accomplishing what it was created for.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, specifically on Butter. When it got released, man, I love Butter. It's so good. It's amazing. I was worried because I was just like, okay, Dynamite came out. Is it gonna sound like Dynamite, or like what is it gonna sound like? You know. But when it came out and I first heard it, I was like, instant classic, instant classic.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, song of the summer.
100%.
Facts. And you know how they were saying like in interviews, like, oh, you know, it's a summer song, and I was like, man, you could have released this in any season.
Yeah.
Still like,
yeah, definitely.
You know.
Oh, totally.
But seeing the whole like all the theories and crackheadery leading up to the release of Butter is
that like 1 hour video
of
Butter announcing.
Yeah.
They really played us for the fools that we are.
For me, it was like, oh my god, it's gonna be a murder mystery kind of thing, and they're like, no, we literally told you what the vibe was about. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I was expecting something like Run, where I was like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was not expecting that.
No, not at all. But it honestly, like, it's such a I'm gonna say this, controversial or not. I literally had this discussion with a friend of mine on Friday because we went.
Well, Gabby's not here, so we need someone to say something controversial. Love you, Gabby. Miss you.
Gotta be me. All right. I can take that. I'll take it. I think personally, I like Butter more than I like Dynamite.
Oh, me too. 100%.
Not to say that I don't like Dynamite, but I don't. Butter is, there's just something about it. I think it's because, you know, they actually had like they had more of a influence over like how it was constructed and put together, and I think their stamp is on it a lot more than Dynamite was.
Yeah, I feel like Butter sounds more like BTS than Dynamite does. You know,
100%.
and not that I don't.
We got Dynamite when we needed it, but it's the same for Butter.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not that I dislike, but
same. I feel like Butter's just like was just done effortlessly.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, Dynamite to me sort of like came out of nowhere, and like, you know,
Dynamite kind of did not get announced. It was just like, here you go.
It was like, let's drop it. Whereas I think like, I don't know, and they didn't have like a plan for Dynamite. Whereas like Butter feels like they have like a specific plan in mind for that song going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the other thing too is that when Dynamite came out, and I was trying to show like English speaking audiences that weren't really fans of BTS like Dynamite, and introducing them to that song, they were just like, that's all right, you know. But when Butter came out, like everybody was just like, this is amazing. Like, I love this song.
The locals were
facts.
Like literally, I made my summer 2021 playlist, and Butter is the first one on that playlist.
Oh yeah, like instantly. As soon as it came out, I was like, okay, done. This is easy. Like,
yeah, it's like Butter, Dynamite EDM remix, Telepathy, Stay, and then it goes down.
yeah. Okay, and like for Dynamite, like the original isn't even like my favorite. I would say like the Nighttime Bedroom. Both of those are sort of the top tier for me.
Yeah. So like in the exam, when they were like, "Oh, how many remixes there are?" I was like, "There's 10. There's 2 albums. There's the daytime, the nighttime, and there's 5 per album.
Yeah,
Not that hard."
it's not difficult.
And only Hobie got it.
Only Homie got it. Everyone was like 2.
And he guessed because he said 9, 7, and then 10.
Cheater. It's a freaking cheater. Gosh. Yeah. I love it.
But after So What, we got Not Today.
Oh man, that was unexpected. I was not expecting it to
Yeah.
like
Right?
continue being like that hype.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just
Totally.
like, but I was also kind of glad that they didn't release like the set list ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
actually,
we got like a few ideas.
Like we got this sneak peek, but
Yeah.
there was only I feel
like
like
5 or 6, and there's like 15 songs on that.
yeah, I
subject.
feel like we
Yeah.
got like the Dishita was one of them.
Mhm.
And then I think here's the thing though, I kind of assumed like Dynamite, Butter, Life Goes On. Like I
Yeah.
felt like those
Oh,
three
yeah.
would be
Yeah, that
obviously
just
on
makes
the list.
that just makes sense.
I didn't expect the tropical remix of that song, but
We all kind of expected Microcosmos anyway.
yeah.
that was obvious. Yeah,
Because
that
of,
was
because of the concept.
yeah,
Mm.
that was obviously gonna be the end
Mm.
too. Like
Mm.
it fits.
But the
so
rest
well.
were like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, Not Today was so surprised. I haven't heard like that song in a while, and I was like, "We're doing this right now, okay?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't heard So
Yeah.
What in a while. So when that song
Yeah.
started playing, I was just like, oh my god, memories.
Yeah, I'm just like,
What?
what?
Yeah, like I feel like
Uh,
Fire, Not Today, So What? I was just those like 3. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Going down memory lane
Yeah,
to party. That's what we're doing.
yeah. No,
Mhm.
absolutely. That's what I felt. It felt like a
And then
party.
the encore, we got Wishing on a Star Korean version.
It was in Korean, yeah, because I think a lot of people were confused. They're like, "Is this a new song?" And I'm like, "No, it's just Wishing
No.
on a
Yeah,
Star,
so
but
Yeah.
Korean."
Yeah. And
Which
then
was kind of a surprise. Like I am
yeah.
surprised.
Did they release a Korean version of that song?
I don't think
They
so.
haven't,
No, I
right?
think we only have the
The
Japanese,
Japanese
one.
version,
Yeah,
yeah.
because when I was listening to it, I was just like, that's not Japanese. I was
No.
like, did they
Mm.
release the Korean version? And I was like, I can't remember. I was like, I don't think they did.
I don't think they did.
Because usually like that happens during like compilation albums or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But they didn't. But I was so glad that they did because
I know.
like I think I mentioned, like I don't think they get enough love.
Not at
And they're
all.
so good. They're so good.
So good. Like
Youth
oh,
from like their Japanese discography is my favorite album. It's just so good. And I love like the
Yeah.
cover, the Polaroids, everything. Like the whole vibe is. I was
Yeah.
just like, this is really good.
There's so many good Japanese songs that like don't get enough love. Like Crystal Snow.
I love Crystal Snow.
It's so they're just
Yeah.
Don't Leave Me is like it's one of my favorite songs. Like
Mhm.
I love it so much. It's always on my playlist because I'm like it's just so good. I want you to play it live.
Please do this for me.
Please. BTS, please.
And then we got You Never Walk Alone,
Which was
also
surprising.
also a good surprise.
100%. That's also like it's such a fitting song for like what this muster was about, like celebrating 8 years together.
That and the concept was adventure, so
yeah, it fits so well. I didn't even like clue in until like a little bit in. I was like, oh my god, this is You Never Walk Alone. Oh
yeah, Tanya and I, like a couple notes started, and we just looked at each other and were like, "It's You Never Walk Alone."
I was having a moment. I was like, oh my god, because it just like I don't know, like the way that because when they were talking about like the day before when we got the like chat that they usually do for for this Festa week, it was like, you know, we're talking about infinity and like staying together forever, and I just felt like this song fits so well with that concept of like, you're never gonna walk alone because we're always gonna be together. And it's just it was so perfect.
Even
And
with the
that's
stage.
I'm just like that song reminds me this has been like coming back around a lot. The quote that Yoongi said, I don't remember exactly when. Don't worry for not being with us in the beginning. The day you found us is the day we debuted for you.
Yeah.
So like it reminds me of that all the time.
All the time. Ugh.
And then we ended on Microcosmos.
Yeah, so you know, just went from like feeling, yeah,
the party feelings.
Microcosmos, Microcosmos. Fuck, I love that song a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, I agree with those feelings.
Yeah, like it's like, you know, like you got me, I got you. We're in a galaxy together. Like that one in Magic Shop really just like, I don't know, like they're just such like special places to go. It's like,
yeah,
BTS and ARMY, we have like our own galaxy that we get to visit and like stay and be together. And I just think that it's the perfect ending, because it doesn't, to me anyway, it doesn't feel like an ending, because it's like Microcosmos
it's just the beginning of a new chapter.
Yeah, it's like it feels like Microcosmos is like the embodiment of infinity, and that we're never gonna be alone ever because we have each other infinitely. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, it was so good. I didn't cry until the very, very end, though. So, you know what?
I was crying before it even started.
Jan. I was holding it together.
I was not.
That's okay, though.
And I assume myself.
Yeah, I was surprised when it started. And I think it was after Dynamite they sat down.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, let's talk.
Let's have a chat. I'm ready.
Okay. So I don't want to say names, but some people in our group chat forgot that subtitles were a thing in those things, and realized they were like, I'm just looking at that talking. We're like, turn on the subtitles.
Oh, there were so many like cute. I love how they like went through like ARMY Twitter. First of all, we were getting exposed.
Okay, no, we got roasted and exposed.
Roasted. What the hell? They need to stay off ARMY Twitter. Like,
yeah, further proving that June definitely has a Stan account.
They do. They see everything that goes on. I mean, the fact that they knew, like, the sweet things, or like the fact that they knew about, we like trended the Namjoon looking up at the sky.
I think they're doing it again today.
I think so. Yeah, the fact that he saw that is so cute. I love it. But also,
and Yoongi could be a good pole dancer.
I mean, he could be.
I mean, why do okay? So for those who don't know, I'm an ARMY and a MOA. Okay, my bias in BTS is Yoongi, obviously, and my bias in TXT is Soobin. Okay, two squishy boys. You're following me, right? Okay, so today in Muster we got Dad saying that Yoongi could be a good pole dancer, and then after the concert, I'm scrolling onto the timeline and I find out that someone paused one of the new performances of TXT, and Subin's abs are on display, and I'm like, I did not ask for this.
You were having a moment.
Squishy boys, who? Where? How?
They were destroying us the whole time. JK needs to be stopped. I'm freaking tired of him.
You know he won't. He won't.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Also, okay. Seven. I said something about their first fits in the group chat earlier. JK looked like a summer dad slash daddy. What's your opinion on that?
Oh man, you know what? Honestly, when I saw like how they changed everything from like their hair to their fits to everything, I think that took me aback too, just because I had like this image of like what they were gonna look like until I saw them. And I was just like, oh man, like usually so I'm the type of person who doesn't really have much of a reaction, where like if somebody gets a hair color change, it's kind of like, okay, like it's a hair color change, you know.
Yeah.
But like when I saw the haircuts, like everything how Jimin looked like, I was just like, oh, this is sweet, like this is super sweet.
Yeah, the thing is, like, they dropped the OT7 pictures right before it started.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
you're
we're
right, you did send me that.
yeah, and so we were waiting, right? We're waiting for the thing to start, and then I was like, Seven, you need to see this.
Because like we were all just like, what is going on? What
Yeah,
are
we
they
were trying to get over
doing?
that picture, and then
Yeah.
it just started, and we're like,
It's
I guess
starting.
we're not. I guess
we're
we're
just,
not.
we're just gonna listen. Namjoon with his freaking like his arms. When we said close the gym, it didn't mean lock them inside.
It also didn't mean to have like, how many floors do they have now?
That's
2 or 3?
3
Dedicated to exercising.
Oh god, it's like,
And we also learned during Festa that like 4 of them works out together, like shirtless. And then Hobie was really relatable because he was like, "Oh, I should join you guys, but also not because I don't want to exercise." And I was
Facts.
like, "Yes."
Facts. Same though. Same. It's a
can't.
lot. It's a lot of information to like process me, and I'm really tired of like getting hurt by them. It's damaging my
We're tired
psyche.
of being sick and tired.
It's damaging my person. I'm really tired. I'm a damaged human being thanks to BTS. Although I did see also on the timeline that there was like some like people who aren't BTS fans were like watching the concert as well, and I'm like, some of their crackhead energy, nobody's gonna know what the hell they're talking about because
happy birthday, bro.
Dude, I was honestly when I was watching that part, I was just like, oh man, I was like, is Jimin gonna get emotional? Because I'm gonna get emotional.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mess, you know.
Oh, he was just so happy.
Yeah, he was just so, and it was so, I was so glad to see that.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sure it's been like really hard on them not performing live, you know, because that's like being part of being an artist, you know.
Yeah.
And it brought me back to that Map of the Soul 1 performance when Jimin was like, this isn't fair, like why is this happening to me, you know. And just seeing them like perform like the way they did, right, like that moment, and the way they were just talking about it, and they were just taking it easy, and they were just giving off those vibes where they're like, you know, I'm gonna comfort you, you're gonna comfort me, and we're just gonna have fun. It was just so like, it was just so nice to see. I think the other thing too was that in terms of like Map of the Soul 1, most of the stages were kind of set up so that once the stage ended, immediately the next one started. And so it was very like focused on performance and solos like that. But with this one,
they've been working for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because what we saw was a lot of the performances we're supposed to see during the world tour.
Yeah. And so when this one dropped, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, have they been doing the same thing? Like, are they gonna like be playing like new songs that we haven't heard? Like, what's, you know? So I was like pleasantly surprised and just had like a really good time just watching it. The other thing too is that I don't follow like teasers or things like that just because I don't like to get spoiled. And I just want to like experience something like brand new that day, you know. And I remember going through my timeline on YouTube, and then this someone posted like pictures of the set from like above the stadium, and so they had like the balloons, the planets, and things like that. And I was like, don't ruin it for me.
Don't ruin it.
Don't ruin it.
I had the same thing on Twitter. I was like, listen, if any of y'all spoil, immediate block. Like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's a lot why I stayed off Twitter mostly yesterday. I was in a group chat, but I was like not on the timeline, and I gamed most of the day because of that.
Yeah. Agreed.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But I love how the set looked like, even though they didn't put like too much emphasis on that.
Yeah.
But I just loved how like squishy it looked, how just like they had planets, and I was just like, oh, I was like, I love this aesthetic. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's so cute. I totally agree. I love like the colors, like obviously the purple and the pinks and the light. It just felt so like light and airy, and like with the infinity stage and like the armies in between and like on the side, like
it felt also like very summery without being obviously summery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people will decorate a stage for it to be summer with like palm trees and like beach stuff, but this like was literally being in outer space, but it felt summery all the same.
Yeah.
Totally. No,
because they didn't. I don't think they used a lot of props, but
No.
I think the other thing too was that since this was a concert for Army, it was kind of like, you guys get us, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we don't need anything else, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that's what I got from it.
Totally. And I think that was the same like when they did their sit down talk, you know, in the Army cafe, right? Like it was for
the corner store.
Yeah, it was like it was for us, like BTS and Army. And I saw
they brought some of their items to put in there.
It's so cute. And that talk was very like interesting because I know we got like a trailer for it like the day before. And I was like, what are we going to be talking about? Because I don't know if I'm ready for all that.
I love those. Sometimes I rewatch the ones where they were like in a small room and they were just all sitting down, like drawing, doing a test, like little things like that. And I was like, this is so wholesome. Like this is so wholesome just to have. And I think that somebody who isn't a big fan coming into that would just kind of be like, okay, like, is it a ratio? Like, what are they talking about? You know, but like understanding who they are from where they came from, like to who they are now, and then just seeing them just having fun just for Army, which is so, I don't know, it was really nice. It was so refreshing.
It was refreshing.
And then being able to do that is also kind of a retrospective or of their last year. So and how far they've come.
Totally. You know,
and that festa, like it's an hour-long video, and honestly it felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it felt so short, you know.
Yeah.
There was some like very interesting things. Like I remember being an Army in 2017 and like that was those were hard, like 16, 17, 18, those were hard years to be an Army. Yeah, I remember like being, you know, made fun of or like targeted because I was an Army, like all that stuff. I remember that. And the fact that they know about that and know that we were like there and trying to like protect them as much as possible. I was like, okay. That hurts.
But that's also how you know that they really care and have a connection with their fans.
That's the thing. It's like I know that like we did it together, even though it was like one of the hardest things we've ever had to go through together. But we did it together and we came out the other side, and that was
now you get to party together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I definitely agree with that, just because it was really tough during those years, and even before that too, especially with the whole being targeted thing and them being targeted, you know, and then us taking it personally because they're our boys, you know. And so then but like during that time I did meet a lot of people that were also Armies, and then like I got to befriend them. So that was really nice. But I think something that hit me the most, like something like that hit me really hard during the concert, was when Jimin was talking and he was like, you know, we always have discussions about where we are, and it always comes back to one thing, and that's Army. because without them, like we wouldn't be here, you know. And it's such an interesting thing to like just I mean here, just because like whenever I have conversations with my like siblings and my sister, specifically with her, I talk about like where we are within our life.
Mm.
And I'm like, you know, it's crazy that this happened, that all these like things that are coincidences like occur at the specific moment to let us be where we are right now. And it always comes back to one thing, which is just like family.
Yeah.
But so understand like having those conversations as well, like within like, you know, my own circle, my home, and then hearing like Jimin talk about it, and then him being like, we always tell you guys that we love you. And you guys might just take that as like, oh yeah, you know, like you guys love us, like we're your fans. He's like, but we truly mean it. Like we really, really mean it. And I think that was something that I was just like, oh, my heart.
Well,
I don't
also
know.
another thing is like, you know, during Festa, June was like, I wish we could like take a moment to learn the little things about each individual army.
Hmm.
And why they,
And
you know, became an army.
yeah,
to begin
why
with.
they became army and like what they're working as, what are their passions
Yeah.
and what they want to do, and
It's-
like
It's such a like.
you don't see that every day.
No, I agree, Seven. I think it's family. Like it's everybody says like, oh, you're just fans. Like you don't need to be so emotionally involved in their lives. And I'm like, we're not though. They've
Yeah.
clearly
We are, but we
established
also
are
aren't.
not. Yeah, they've clearly established that as like a thing that we are not. And it's such like a different, like if you're not a part of the fandom, you have no idea like what the hell we're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what
As
I mean?
someone
Like,
who's come in like 2 years ago, it feels like the warmest hug.
yeah,
It really does.
because it feels
Mm.
like family. Like with them, like with the members, with other armies, like it's just an immediate connection.
Yeah. And so like if I can add on to that,
Mhm.
sorry about that.
No, go.
What's it called? The first time that I attended a concert, I was really worried because I had no like army friends.
Mm.
And so I was just like, I don't know any other guys that like BTS, and I'm gonna be the only one at the concert. Like, and if I find one, I hope I can befriend them. But I was so worried about it, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm here because I love like these seven boys, and I want to be able to like experience like them in concert, you know. But immediately, as soon as I got into a line, I just started like talking to people like I knew them for years.
Yeah.
And it was so interesting because I have never had that happen like at any other concert.
Mm-mm.
And so when that started happening, they were just like, oh yeah, like where are you from? Like, oh, I flew from blah blah. Like this is what I do. And they were just so open about it. Nobody was like, oh, I don't want to talk to you because, you know, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so as the line started moving and people started leaving and going to other places, more people started coming. And it was just the same thing. And I remember being in line and for the merch line, and then this little girl with her mom buying like a little like sticker set, and this other army was like, oh, sorry, I just get really emotional right now.
Take your time.
But you know, being part of like that family in that concert, I think it was like really interesting to see how much love armies have for armies, and then like somebody be like even saying like, oh, you know, like I'll offer to buy you that thing, like that light stick. And I think that day it just opened this whole world for me where I was like, damn, like people really do care about each other, and it's the little things, you know.
Yeah.
Like going to a concert without a light stick, it's kind of like, you know, like I spent a lot of money on the ticket. I might not be able to afford it, but it is what it is, you know. But seeing other people being like, no, don't worry about it, like I got you, like we're family. It was just so, I don't know, it was so interesting, and it was so like heartwarming to see that I was just like, you know what? I was like, one day when I make it, like that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
and so it just
totally.
like set an example for everybody else, that everybody then just started doing the same thing for other people. And I remember being part of a group where somebody wanted to buy one, and then we all pitched in to have them like get one, you know. And it was
Awesome.
like the smallest thing where I was just like, oh man, I love being part of this fandom. And I love the people that are within this fandom because even if I don't know them, like they're worth getting to know, you
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and befriending. So I'm so glad that like that concert experience like taught me so much, but it also like introduced me to a family that I didn't know I had, but that I really needed at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just such a, and there were like a lot of moments like that that occurred during the concerts I've attended, where like a dad took her daughter and he stayed outside the entire time while like we took care of her
Oh my
while we
god.
like because he was only able to afford one ticket, you know. And so like little things like that where I was like, man, I was like, I want to do more, but I'm glad that like people trust each other enough, and like specifically at concerts, that they're like, yeah, you know, like you can be part of a group, we'll take care of you, like don't worry, like. And it was so like, and I think that's why I miss them a lot,
Yeah.
specifically like within the concerts. And I love going to concerts to see the artists, but I also love going to concerts because I get to see like the good in people,
Yeah.
like, and just talk to people about something that I really really love and that I'm part of, because we talk about theories, we talk about like merch, we talk about this, we talk about like hair colors, we talk about this, like people come in fits that they wear like during music videos, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I love that, like just taking pictures, getting to know each other. And I remember like doing custom jackets like when I used to go to concerts,
Mm.
and then a lot of people be like, oh yeah, like can I take a picture of like your jacket or whatever. And then that's how we would like that became a conversation starter, and I started to befriend a lot of people like that. And it wasn't until I became 7 and I released pictures that I took at concerts that people were like, oh shit, that was you, like do you remember me, like we were in line and we were talking about this and that. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'm glad that we're able to like reconnect.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it was just, I think it's an amazing part of just being an army, and I think that comes with it, you know. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
I agree. I mean, God, I
I
I cannot imagine my life without my friends, like at all. Like Monday was my birthday, and like it was made so much better.
we showered her
God,
with love.
a little too much. A little too much.
No, it wasn't enough actually.
um, but just like the community that we've built over these years, and knowing that no matter what happens, we'll be together,
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter like what we've been through or what we're going through now. I know that Army will always be there regardless, and BTS, so it's yeah, it's made very special.
I mean, it's no I French is about to come out. Uh like it's fairly well known that this beginning of year, last couple months has been really hard on me and my family, and I don't know what I would have done without my Maple family. Um and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for BTS.
mm,
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have you guys either. And I don't know, life would suck, dude.
Yeah.
yeah,
Life would suck. And like I have a lot of emotions right now. Uh, I've been going through a fair amount, and it's been really difficult on my health.
yeah,
And yet I've had you guys and the Maple family, and like even like random armies on Twitter just like encourage me and support me. And I don't know what I would do without this family sometimes. I'm just like, this
Yeah.
is the boost that I need.
Yeah, it's like it it's like the support without judgment or
Like sometimes I can't even go to my parents, but armies is there.
Yeah. It's like that support that's like, it doesn't matter what it is, will support you regardless. Like whatever you're going through is valid and the support is there no matter what. Because sometimes you like tell people something and it's like an immediate like judgment, or you know, I need to like fix you, or I need to, I don't know what the right word is, but it's not like that in army. It's like whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling, and you should just express that, and you know, we'll work through it together.
Yeah.
This fandom, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to cry again today.
Yeah, I think most of my my closest friends are just people I've met like at concerts, which is very telling because I've had people who I've known for years who I considered like really good friends until I met like these other people who were just like, you know, very supportive, where I was like, you know what? I was like, I think this is what friendship should be like.
Yeah.
And like even though we only like bonded over one thing, which was like our favorite K-pop group or our favorite member, like we still can have a conversation and get along and, you know, just share whatever it is that we need to share and talk about it. And I think
it all comes from the acceptance of every army. Like this lack of judgment from one another goes an extremely long way.
Yeah.
Feelings.
The feels.
The feels. All the feels. All the feels. God damn it, BTS! I'm blaming you for all this.
We should. We're gonna tweet Adam. You made us cry. Thank you, BTS.
You made us cry again. Like when you make me cry. Jesus.
In public.
Oh, my worst nightmare, literally.
But like you were saying, Seven. Like some of my best friends, like I consider like Jess and Catherine as some of like my big sisters, and like I'm literally inviting Jess to my wedding. So like this, I wouldn't have met this amazing human being if it wasn't for BTS. So I'm extremely grateful.
Yeah, the same thing with like all my other friends too. I think it's interesting to, and it's really cool, specifically when I was living in LA, being able to go to a lot of concerts, just because I would see the same people at the concerts, and I was like, hey, I didn't know you're a GOT7 fan too. Like, let's get it, you know? Or like we met at like a KCON randomly, and I was just like, oh my god, like that's awesome, you know? And then just like befriending, I think, people of all ages. I met this lady who was who's 50 at the time, but she was from Hawaii, and she came to KCON. And she's like, oh yeah, I come to KCON yearly, like all by myself. I met a couple of friends here, blah blah. And then we just started talking, and then we just became friends after that.
That's really
like,
cool.
Like, you know, and it's crazy that like you just meet people like that who are willing to just like, you know, have a conversation and open up and just, you know, be friends or whatever. Because I never thought I would be in the position that I am just for loving and appreciating like this group. You know?
Oh,
and
totally.
I'm very thankful for it, but I'm also very thankful to like the people that support me, where there have been multiple times where I've just wanted to quit, where I've just wanted to be like, you know what, I'm done. Like, this is way too stressful. I'm tired. I don't want to feel like this anymore. And then having people come and be like, you know what, it's okay. Like, I got you. Like, it's fine. Like, if you need anything, or them telling me like, it's okay if you need to take a break. Like, your health comes first. Like, it's okay, you know? Or I think also me talking about how like I'm usually awake like 20 hours out of like every day, and then randomly getting a message from somebody like at like 3 or 4 in the morning being like, hey, I was like, you're probably awake right now, but maybe you should take a nap, like, you know. And like little things like that where I was like, oh, like, thank you, like I appreciate that, you know, because sometimes it definitely gets lonely working while everybody else is sleeping. And, you know, it kind of sucks, and it's disheartening sometimes. But I've also met friends who are internet who are international.
Mm.
So like I have conversations with them, like while everybody else is sleeping on my side of the world. And it's just like really nice and comforting to have that, you know. But I would have never had that if, you know, I wasn't a stan or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I am, just because I met so many like awesome people because of it.
Yeah. No, me too. Wholeheartedly. Like I love it. Like it doesn't matter like where you're from or like what time zone you're in or if you're awake or asleep. It's like you know that an army, like immediately you're like, I'm an army, and they're like, I'm an army too. And it's like connection is almost instantaneous. It's like
Yeah.
I don't even know like how to describe it to other people who are not a part of this fandom. I'm like,
You can't. It's not possible.
It's like it's almost like two planets like colliding together and then forming like one planet.
It's too special to actually put into word to someone that's not like in the process of entering the fandom, for example.
Yeah. It's very hard to like explain to people what BTS and ARMY have like done for me as a person. Because I felt like for a while, like, you know, my parents, they just didn't understand like why I was so like attached to them. And then when I like explained why, it was like a little bit more answers, but also confusion, because it's like, well, why didn't you just come to me and talk to me? And I'm like, it wasn't really about you.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't something that I even wanted to admit to myself. So why would I admit to other people at the same time?
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with this tangent, but it's hard to explain to somebody else who isn't a part of the fandom to be like, this is the reason why I'm here, and these are the reasons that I stayed as long as I have.
Yeah.
You know, like I
It
think
is the warmest hug.
It is, yeah. And like Yoongi Yoongi during the festa saying, yeah, once you get a taste, you're never leaving.
Yeah.
Like, good luck.
He's right. I mean, he's literally the one that hooked me in. He is the one that hooked me in.
Yeah. Just them
so
like
he knows.
Yeah. Just like them saying, you know, you're never leaving. You're not allowed.
No. Yeah.
I also love during that festa too that they were saying like they truly know us so well, because they were talking about like going back in time and like where would you want to be in those times, and they were talking about if ARMY went back, where would they want to be, and them saying, you know, like they would want to be at the beginning with us and carry through. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, you know us so well.
Yep.
That's what we want.
Accurate.
It's very accurate.
But Muster was a big part of today. But we also had BTS Room live that happened a couple days ago. It was on Thursday because we got a notification. I was in the car with Catherine and Tanya. And so I was just trying to drive. And they were like, oh my God, Jared. I was like, I'm driving on the highway. What do you want me to do? I cannot pull over right now. Which was very funny, as we were expecting it.
Yes.
It
was very colorful, very playful.
Yeah.
Pat Piper was played, and I was like, I'm dead.
I'm done. I'm out of here. Bye.
Get out of here.
I'm like, really? Really? You're gonna do Pied Piper? Bitch. No. No. Those like first couple of notes hit, and I was like, all right, well, bye, I guess. I'll never see you again. So
yeah, I wasn't worried because I rewatched it after because I was driving. So I wasn't worried because normally when you get a Weverse notification, but that's of something that's on YouTube, is because they premiered it and it's live at that moment, but it's gonna be up after.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried.
It was so good too. Like we got, what did we get? We got Telepathy, Pied Piper.
What's they did a Dark and Wild song.
They did.
I don't remember the name. It's literally the song I'm stuck on in Rhythm Hive. Have been for months.
Hilarious. Why am I not like connecting pieces in my brain together?
I love how they did the whole title sequence with an infinity sign.
Yes.
And like the whole, I don't know. I think
Look
that
here.
was...
They did.
Thank you.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love the whole aesthetic. Whoever was in charge of the entire just like creative process for them, and
They
you know,
always
it
do
was
such a
amazing.
good job.
It was amazing.
Yeah, the infinity works so well with microcosmos. Like the galaxy is like infinite. There are infinite possibilities, infinite time, you know, infinite planets, infinite, like it all fits so well together. So the fact that they designed that theme around microcosmos and then decided to have infinity and like the 8, perfect. It's perfection.
Yeah.
Like legitimately perfect.
And I think this is the last like subject, like planned subject. We got a bunch of photos this week. We got obviously the OT7 photo before muster, and then we got a bunch of selfies afterwards.
Yes.
But we also got like a bunch of photo collections from like past photo shoots and MV shoots and all of that. We got bombarded with photos this year. We always are, but I don't know. This year was like very intense.
Yeah, there was a lot going
There's
on.
a lot.
A lot happening. Yeah, this must have felt like so jam-packed with stuff. Like, I'm trying to remember what happened last year. But it felt like there was like more stuff this year.
Well, last year we didn't get a muster. We got Festa, but no muster.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, the Festa.
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt like
I think they like tried to compensate with the fact that there wasn't any muster last year, and then this year they were like, we're kind of like compensating because you didn't get a muster last year, so yeah.
Here's all the stuff, all the
there it is.
There it is. Yeah, I don't know. It
just feels good.
Yeah.
Like, cause like I'm crying, but I'm also not sad.
No, it's not sad tears. Happy tears.
Cause like I wasn't even like really feeling a post-concert depression this morning, which is extremely rare.
What? That's interesting. That's so true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
That's a really good. Yeah.
It's like I felt it for Mott's one. I felt it for Bang Bang Con, but like this morning I did not feel any post-concert depression.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
Huh. Weird.
I just made you think about it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Because I saw the post that you did earlier, Jess, but I'm like, I was like, I'm sad it's over, but I'm not feeling like any actual post-concert depression. Which is very interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not as sad as I was. Like, I feel like the first day of Mott's one, I literally like spent probably an hour and a half afterwards, like just crying.
Yeah, but Jimin didn't help.
Crying.
Because he cried.
Yeah. And then having We Are Bulletproof the Eternal End, that
no.
Oh man.
No.
No?
No.
No.
Abort.
Yeah. Yeah, the first night was definitely the hardest. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like I like had a little like misties, little tears at the end.
Yeah.
But they weren't like, it wasn't like sobbing.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like at least for this entire year, or since the Map of the Soul 1 concert, I feel like I haven't felt like BTS has gone like MIA.
Yeah.
It always felt like they are there and they're always there. like doing
Mhm.
something, releasing something. And so I I feel like when I saw the festa, or I mean the Fitzmaster thing, it was just kind of like another like thing that they were adding on to whatever it is that they were already doing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, totally. It fit so well with like the entirety of Festa. Like it was just like a nice transition. Like we were getting all this stuff and then we have a concert at the end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that like we actually like got to be part of a muster just because they're
Yeah.
always you know across the sea and then they're really hard to
Yeah.
like go
And
like
we're always like be able to see it like after when they release
yeah,
the
like
The
months
DVDs.
after.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah,
so
it was nice to
it was nice to be
experience.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to enjoy and be part of it. And I don't know, like I hope even if we do get back to like when we get back to regular concerts, you know, like maybe they'll do something like that where you can be a part of it without, you know, having to attend.
I mean, they could like do the actual concert, but then do it like live streaming
Stream.
Yeah,
online
that's what I
still.
Yeah,
mean.
Yeah.
I went to a Monsta X concert at the Staples Center
Mm,
and they had V Live staff. I don't know what's a V Live staff.
mm.
I forgot what staff they had. But they what's it called? They were streaming it
Oh,
while the
Mm,
concert was going on.
that's really interesting.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So
That's
that was really
cool.
dope. And it had multi view, so you were able to
Oh.
see like the entire concert.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so cool.
Yeah, it was
I
really
feel
dope.
like yeah, like that would be a great way to you
To
know,
include international armies.
yeah. Cuz like I don't know like what's going to happen when the tour comes back. Like I hope that they're going to add first of all dates to I mean, they didn't even release their European dates yet. So those will probably be released, I'm assuming. And
Yeah.
Actually,
then North America, like hopefully they'll add dates to the North American tour.
I remember seeing
Uh,
like a press conference where they were talking about how they wanted to make the whole experience before the concert even like bigger and you know more
Yes.
festive. So I'm hoping that they do that. And
Yeah.
also, can we talk about the numbers that they did? Because my God, those numbers were crazy numbers.
I'm
I'm
really
shocked.
curious to see like what the actual like final
Yeah.
viewing number was because like Mott's one definitely like broke a couple records for the amount of people streaming a concert at the same time. But I'm
Yeah.
interested to see like based on like the increase of, you know, this past like what year? Well, half a year of like armies entering and like some locals even getting tickets and watching. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
yeah, because the other thing too was that I was surprised given the amount of numbers that nothing crashed.
Right?
And I was like, whoever did this did like a really good job to just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
analytic,
And
try to
like,
figure everything out.
yeah, right? Like, and having the option of like 4K, multi view cameras, you know, like that's a lot
Yeah,
of
that takes a lot
that's a
to
lot of
Yeah.
just
ingenuity.
process something, you know?
Yeah.
So I have no idea
They've
how
been
they
working on this for a really long time, and it's not the first one they've been doing this way. So like,
True.
I'm tipping my hat.
Oh, absolutely. I think like the way that they've sort of created these virtual experiences is like nothing I've ever seen before. Truly, like I
It's
watched.
Fedora.
I
They're doing a
watched
good job.
this like one concert because I wanted to see who was I watching it for. I was watching it for a specific artist. Oh, Baekhyun from EXO. He was doing like a couple of his single songs throughout this concert. It wasn't the best. Let me tell you, it was. I mean, luckily it wasn't that expensive to watch. Like it was like $20, so I didn't feel like bad about it. But I was also like,
Yeah.
this is not good. It was just I
and
don't know. Eh.
yeah, Shiny also did a virtual concert and they had man, that concert was crazy.
What's it?
They implemented these screens which then became the background, but also everything was kind of just digital. So they added like CGI right then and there.
Oh.
And so there was
Oh.
like bunch of stuff that was going on at the same time while they were dancing and they were performing. Where I
Oh.
was just like, oh, do you guys watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how like the background is just a big screen?
Yeah.
It's not an actual set.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they implemented.
Oh.
Gee.
That is interesting.
Yeah, because it was in the back and the floor, so it was really interesting to see how like everything was being made. I remember watching an interview with them after, and they were like, "Yeah, it's like the only thing is that we sometimes get headaches because of everything that's going on at the same time."
Yeah.
But it was a really good performance.
That's fascinating because like VFX are not they're complicated.
Yeah.
And especially if you want to get like really technical about it, it's very difficult to reproduce, especially when you have to like
in real time.
rotoscope and like really do like fine detail stuff. Like that gets very complicated and it takes hours to do.
Yeah.
So
Because I think in Map of the Soul 1, that happened while they were performing like Dope and like a couple other songs where the elevator was going up into different stages and things like that.
Yeah.
So
that is not easy to do. Like the amount of planning that you have to do for that, especially to do it for a live thing, that takes like months to plan in advance because you gotta really know what you want and what you want it to look like. Otherwise it won't work like at all.
But I'm glad that like other groups have taken like that initiative to also be like, you know what, we're gonna make an online concert, but we're also gonna make it like dope. We're not just gonna do a cop out.
Yeah.
I was recently go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I think TXT did one as well recently, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I saw it afterwards, but I didn't get to see it live. And they had like some similar stuff where it was like very cool sets and like, you know, performing the songs and the stages were really cool. Yeah. It's cool stuff.
Because most recent one I saw was 21 Pilots.
Oh.
They had a concert, but they had different sets built around an entire stadium. So they just moved from set to set. So it was really different. And it was like really refreshing just because I've seen other artists do US artists or just like English speaking artists do online concerts, but them just being in one stage without really changing anything. And then like immediately just getting bored of it and being like, okay, well, this is the same thing over and over. But with this specific concert, they had different sets and different outfits. So they changed and everything was like, you know, do its own thing. But I think that's something that I really loved about it was the effort that went behind it from the artists and them making this part of the universe. Because the album that they released is propaganda within the universe that they've created. So them having like a whole concert based on propaganda within their universe and them like being like, oh, you know, like do this instead of that or follow this and do that or whatever was just so it just added to the experience where I was just like, damn, like I love and appreciate this album even more now because like this was done within or for part of that universe that is just ever expanding and it just created more theories and you know, like it just added to the world of 21 Pilots and I was like, man, I was like, this is what I want to see more of because it was amazing.
100%. I love when artists do that because it pulls you into like their like universe, not to like overuse that word, but it's like kind of true, you know,
their universe, and they're a little bit into their creative process because they are the one making all of it.
And it's that level of like appreciation where, you know, it's not only you're appreciating them as like the individuals that they are, but also their artistry that they're attaching to themselves, you know, like that appreciation and the craftsmanship that goes behind that is just unbelievable. And so when they do things like that, you're just like mind blown. Every time.
And the tickets weren't that expensive either. And it was funny because when I was watching an interview with them, Tyler was saying like, you know, buy one ticket and just watch it with your entire family or just share it. Like we just want you to be part of it. That's all we want. And there was another artist that didn't have a live, but he released his album and everything was like self-produced, everything. And so when he was doing an interview about it, he was like, you know what? He's like, get a CD, put my songs into it, and then share it with like a neighbor or something. Like just rip it. And I was like, I love the fact that you're promoting this. Just because, you just want people to like enjoy your music and
Yeah.
just have a good vibe. And so I was like, oh, this is great.
Oh my
Like,
god. God, that
Yeah.
brings me back to the days, man. I used to do that all
Same.
I remember
Like-
when I was walking around with my Walkman.
Oh yeah, do you remember like Pirate Bay when that used to be a thing? And,
Yeah.
like,
Oh
you
my
just,
God.
Yeah, just go on there and like rip stuff and like make CDs for your friends, and you're like, here's my playlist.
LimeWire.
Here's my mixtape.
LimeWire. Oh
Oh
my
my god.
god.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
having
really
that.
aging myself.
Yeah,
Mm.
same.
I'm honestly probably like the last generation that actually used those.
I think so,
Yeah.
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 Oh god.
The last yeah. My little brother by like because of me kind of
Yeah.
is in the same boat, but like yeah, I'm the last.
God.
Generation. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
grew
used
up with
to
a Game
be-
Boy Advance. It was great.
Game Boy Color.
Hey.
Same.
All right, I'm gonna see myself out now.
Well, do you want to do memes before seeing yourself out?
We can, yeah.
Do you want to do meme segment with us, Seven?
Sure.
We'll do it on Instagram this time so you can see
Oh,
Sam
the memes.
react to the memes.
There's quite a few from this performance.
I don't know what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean. Wait, where's the one? There was like one tweet this morning that was really funny.
Well, I'm gonna start us off with this one because we're talking about summer dad JK.
I've said this before, but I'm really tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of this man. He comes into my life and ruins it. I'm tired.
Oh
as
man.
a fellow 97 liner, I am also tired of being sick and tired.
I love the shades, the glasses, the
They
haircut.
all had like
Everything was
shades.
just yeah. It was,
Jin's like the ones that had like the white on top and the orange on the bottom, the like circle ones. I want those. I want to own those.
same. I want the ones that Jimin was wearing. Really.
Yes.
I need cool sunglasses with my prescription in them.
Oh, that's
Because
fair.
otherwise I am fucking blind. I have astigmatism. I don't see shit.
That's very sad for you. Jin.
Unless you put it like up here, because I also have myopia. So like everything not to help me.
Oh god. Okay, so this one, I saw the tweet, like the saying that was attached to this is like, how do we explain this to people who are not a part of the fandom?
Oh yeah, I saw that tweet.
And I don't
Happy
know.
birthday, bro.
Like, I don't know how to explain this outside of BTS.
Wait, whose birthday
You know
is
what?
next?
Actually, going back to this, to references, I remember I made a really good friend a while back.
Yeah.
Because we were just having a conversation, and sometimes I throw in references without thinking about them. I just like that's just the way I talk, Sometimes I'll say things like like waffles, but that's part like from a cartoon that I watched,
Yeah.
Anyways, so then I was telling this girl I was talking to, I was just like, yeah, I was like, I know movie, and then she replied with like, but I don't know movie name, and I was like, oh my god, how? And so we just started talking about like BTS afterwards. And so then I was just like, oh man, like I'm so glad that like you know who they are, because we initially started talking because of like this anime that we were watching and we were reading, and so
that's really cool.
We were talking about it was so random because we were talking about My Hero Academia, and so we're talking about the manga, and so then I remember referencing like a show or whatever, and then throwing that out there without even thinking about it, but then getting it right away, and I was just like, oh, that's nice. And then we started having like this banter back and forth, and I was like, oh, like I love that. Like I love the fact that I can have conversations with people and they understand what we mean when we talk, when we say random shit.
It's so true. I like use Oh God, I'm like,
Jess, we won't be able to use Happy Birthday Bro until the beginning of August.
ah,
You're the last birthday for like 2 months.
ah, big sad.
And then it won't be before October after that.
Well,
Sad face.
sad face.
Oh well.
I honestly, like, I throw out references all the time to people who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Like, especially at work, I'll just be like, party, yeah. And they're just like, haha, yeah. And I'm like, you have no idea what that's from.
Okay, so like my
all.
IRL friend with who I got my concert tickets with, we
Yeah.
work together, okay?
Mm.
And so when we, and she's on my evening too. So like sometimes we'll be working together and we'll just like shoot each other like something, or we'll just like bicker, and people will be like, "You sure you guys are friends?" like yeah, it's fine. Because sometimes we bicker a bit like JK and Jin.
Yeah.
Mm,
And we'll just like roast each other while we're working.
same.
And
I think that's
so
also interesting just with like banter in general, because like me and my siblings get along really well. And so when we're having a conversation and we're going back and forth, it's immediate, like references back and forth, just talking. And so I remember having a friend in our car, and then me and my sister were talking, and I was in the passenger seat. My sister was driving, and she was trying to tell me something, and she was just like, and so she just kept like stuttering because she was trying to like form a sentence or whatever while driving. And then I was like, I got a migraine. And then we just started like singing the migraine song from like 21 Pilots. And our friend was just like, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on? And I was like, oh, but you know, it's something that like we just get and we just reference all the time.
yeah, I think the one I reference the most when I'm at work is I don't have think.
Oh my God. All the time. All the time.
It's like
all
you
the
have this
time.
prescription, I don't have think.
The sad thing is like I also, because I like listen to so many groups and I'm a part of so many fandoms, I'll like pull things from other fandoms too. So like my friends know that I love BTS, like especially my coworkers at work and stuff. But they don't know that I also follow these other groups.
Yeah.
So I'll just like throw out references. They have no idea what I'm talking about.
It's like, what is going on?
Are you okay? Are you having a stroke? I'm like, yeah. I
all
am,
the time.
Actually. Okay, yeah. Okay. What was going on during this?
Oh, yeah, that's your new Twitter profile picture.
That is my new Twitter profile picture. And like the before of that, like before Jin just like came in.
I think I have it.
What the heck?
Yep.
What are these three doing? Also, that's definitely me throughout that whole concert. Like, I was JK,
yeah.
I was V, and I was Jimin at one point.
And Jin.
I'm all of those. All of them, all the time.
Oh, I sent this one in the group chat earlier.
Well, dude, when I was watching that.
Oh, yeah. This is why you don't have Jin and JK together for anything.
Yeah, but because of the MV, they kind of didn't have a choice.
It's true. It just takes me back to that interview that they had on when all of them were talking about the fact that like as soon as JK and Jin are in a room together, it's just like crackhead energy the whole time. That's what that reminds me of.
So it's basically you and me in a room, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's exactly right.
Because of, yeah. You know what I mean.
It's so funny the way that they described each other, though. Like, Jin, 30. That hurts, bro. That hurts. Okay?
Happy birthday, bro.
That, I was just like, oh man, he's 30 already? And I was like, wait, how old am I? Somebody recently asked me how old I was, and I was like, immediately my mind was like, tell him you're younger. And I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm getting old because now I want to tell people that I'm young.
Yeah. Yeah, turning 29 was sick. I think. I don't know. It was
I don't know,
alright.
but I think it made me realize that I was like, wait, I'm still young. Like 30s are still young. It's not
Yeah.
over.
Like one of my IRL friend / work friend just turned 30 and she's like so excited.
Yeah, like I'm excited to turn 30. I feel like 29 is like, I don't know. It's weird.
I
don't
mean,
like
24
it.
is also very lame. I'm just saying.
I can't even remember when I was 24. But
I am 24. I'm sorry, I'm the baby today.
yeah, because I'm turning 28 on October.
Oh, that means I'm the oldest. Okay. All right.
Sorry,
But
Jess.
you're older.
You're my big sister.
Yeah.
You're like
You're
you're
the
my
little
big-
sister. I'm a little sister to you. You know, happy, I guess.
I have a lot of siblings, apparently. Is what I'm getting from this.
Well, we did say we were a family, so.
True. True. Facts.
I am just saying.
Facts. Ha.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this will.
Yes.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a hoe. Just a little bit. Here's the thing. If they want to, like, wear short sleeves and, like, show things, it's just, it's gonna happen a little bit, you know? A little bit of a hoe. Just a little bit. Okay. This whole discussion.
I love this part, especially when Jimin got up and was like, I'm in the mirror, like flexing my muscles.
For me, it was all about J-Hope. Oh, I should start working out, but I don't want to.
So relatable.
I was like, is that me or is that me?
Yeah, what do I do with this information? Like, you can't just tell me, like, we work out shirtless and then you walk in and you're like, yes, baby. Like, no.
He was so excited to share that information too.
No.
I'm sorry. Also, can I wreck us one moment? Today was the first concert Yoongi performed with his healthy shoulder.
That's true. Oh yeah, he did like all of the. That didn't even click. I was at all. Because he was
My
doing
heart.
all the dances and stuff.
He did so well. He looks so happy and healthy.
They look so happy because they were all 7 again.
Yeah, he wasn't a snowman anymore.
The snowman fucking reference. Jesus. Oh, good lord.
Why do I have so many memes? Oh, this is us.
It is? Oh, I'm ready. Yeah, every day. They just get deeper and deeper into a hole that I'm never getting out of.
Yeah, I just wanted to know their names. And yet here I am 2 years later.
It always starts like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's this
It
guy's
is what it is.
name?
Yeah, it's all because of Yoongi.
Oh my god, okay. So I saw this one. This one is related to the second time we got #1 on Billboard this week.
Okay.
I saw it and I could not stop laughing for like 10 minutes.
I have something funny to show that is not BTS related.
I'm ready. Yeah. Look at all those butts.
It's still red.
It's alright.
I'm bringing Christmas in June.
It happens. God, I have just so many pictures of.
Yeah, I have so much.
I can't believe somebody would actually come out with an article saying that we're bots though.
Right?
That was stupid. I was
Excuse
like,
me?
there were millions of bots watching the concert then.
Yeah. There's millions of bots just everywhere. I love how like we have been reduced to like because we're cheating a system that was already broken. Like
Yeah.
okay.
Rolling my eyes.
Like all right. And then I saw that guy who wrote that specific article like went back on it and was like, "Well, maybe I shouldn't have said it the way that I said it." And I was like, "You think?" But also, he ended that whole like argument with "Sorry, you're offended." And I'm tired of being attacked by BTS fans. I'm like, well, then why did you bring BTS into the conversation to begin with?
Yeah, why did you attack us?
Like, was that honestly necessary? No.
Facts.
No. I'm tired. I'm tired of being blamed for literally everything. Like, it's always our fault.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Do I have one last one?
Yeah, send us out. Send us out, Jen. Yeah. Accurate.
And it was better than expected.
Oh, so much better than I thought. Where is... Oh, here. This is my reaction to that.
Yes.
I'm gonna file that one under violence.
Yeah. Before our announcement, shall we do songs of the week?
Yeah. I think this week it's just BTS. So maybe...
Yeah, I cheated mine and so did Jess.
I cheated. I feel like, you know what we should do is our favorite song that was performed at the concert.
Okay. I'm still keeping my 2 though.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Okay. So I still put it at like BTS and non-BTS. I'll explain my reasoning. So my BTS song is Stay, because we've been waiting for it to be performed since B came out, and it was everything and more. And so this is my BTS song this week. And my non-BTS song is Dechita, but the OT7 version, obviously. And I say that I'm cheating this as my non-BTS song because it is technically an Augusty song.
Cheater.
I have no regrets.
Also, big hit. If that's not on Spotify within the next like week and a half, there's gonna be a riot.
We still don't have Blue Hour extended version.
There's so many
Oh
things.
my god, don't get me started on that. Dude, wait, we don't even have the acoustic version of Love Song by TXT.
No.
I know.
And I love that transition. Oh my god.
So good.
Like it hit me so hard when I was listening to it. Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
TXT. That whole album is just...
Yeah.
No words. No words. So my favorite songs from this concert was probably Disease and Fly to My Room. I'm cheating because I have
she
to.
couldn't decide.
I can't decide. Like, Fly to My Room was just so like, and You Stole Stay from Me, so Fly to My Room was just so like, it was just so precious. Like, it just I love that song because it feels like, like a lot of people are like, you need to leave your room, you need to get out, you need to explore, and then
this
BTS
is my safe space. Leave me here.
Yeah, BTS is like, nah, fam, that's your safe space. You get to stay there.
Have you seen my room? It's dope.
It's so sick. Like, I made it perfect. And then Disease, like, do I even need to explain why?
No need.
Bridge. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
And then I threw in Brand New Day for my non-BTS song. One, because maybe it'll be performed tomorrow, tonight, or whatever. Maybe. I'm hoping. Clown? Possibly?
I'm already a clown. Look.
I don't know.
Have you seen? No.
But
what about you, Seven?
I think my BTS song would be So What, but it was mainly because like it brought back so many memories from being at the concert. Because during that concert I took my sister and my little brother to go watch BTS for the first time. So like I believe they closed the concert with So What. I might be wrong, but I remember that being like a standout track, and then having like my little brother just fall in love with that track, and my sister always like reference it. So I like that. That was my favorite song that they performed. My non-BTS song that I've been pushing a lot lately is by Jackson Wang, and it's called Let Me Love You. And
yes.
Oh my god, like the first time I heard it I instantly fell in love with it. I think for me that's my song of the year. Like he did city pop so well, and he paid such like good homage to it that I don't know, it's amazing. Like you just hear it once and you just fall in love with it, and I've been listening to that one like nonstop.
Jackson, god, that man, he's great. He's so great. Like, I love his like evolution from, you know, just like the rapper in GOT7 to where he is now. Like, he has improved and expanded his like musical abilities so much over the past like 3 years. It's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I love that man.
Yeah, and I love city pop. Like it's my favorite genre. So for him to just do that, and I was just like, oh my god! And the music video is like just so beautifully tragic that
it's so good. Jackson Wang from China, my man.
Facts.
So, with that said, we have a very special announcement. Jess, do you wanna do us the honors? Because you know more of the details than I do.
Yes. Well, we decided a couple of days ago that since it's like BTS's 8th anniversary and we're recording this on the anniversary, that we would do another giveaway. So I checked the poll this morning, the one that I made on Twitter and the Instagram one, and it looks like Love Yourself Tier won the poll. So
I'm very excited for that. I may or may not have voted for it. I'm not entering, but I may or may not have voting for it.
Yes, it was a very strong battle between Mott's Persona and Love Yourself Tier, but Love Yourself Tier seems to be the winner. So
yeah, I voted for it in Gabby's honor.
Yes, of course. Had to be Gabby's honor.
Yeah,
we already know she's the Love Yourself Tier enthusiast, so
queen. Queen.
So yeah, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is subscribe and then comment down below what was your favorite performance from Mustard Day 1 or Day 2. And then that's it.
Yeah, as we're recording this, we have only seen Day 1, but by the time this comes out, we will have seen both.
Yes. And then just comment like how we can contact you via Instagram or Twitter, whichever one. Doesn't really matter to me, but yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, Seven, thank you for joining us again. It's always a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm so surprised that everything landed specifically on this day, which is crazy. It's a universe.
It is extremely crazy.
Yeah. I don't know.
But we honestly all need a nap, though.
Same. Actually, I'm gonna go take one.
Facts.
After, because I'm so.
so tired. So apologies in advance if this is like
Jess, it can be worse than the episode we film at like 9 p.m.
or the crackhead episode that we had.
Wasn't it the same?
No.
No?
No.
Shit. Shit.
Those were two different ones.
At least this time I'm not hungover, so at least there's that.
That's true. Just like tired, which is kind of similar, but
yeah. So Seven, where can people find you?
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Etsy, like literally everywhere. At ArtistNameSeven. So I'm also coming out with like something that I think I've shown you guys.
Yes, I saw. It's so exciting.
Finally here. It's gonna arrive this month. It's I think the biggest purchase I've ever made for like my business. And I'm sampling everything right now. So I'm gonna release like a ton of things within the next half of this year. So I'm like super excited. Plus like all these like the mustard designs as well. So I'm really excited about that.
We're so excited to see.
Yeah, I've had my light box like in the bag the whole time. It's on my nightstand.
Yep.
And so we have a new podcast coming out every Thursday and a new clip coming out every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. We are everywhere except Facebook at Army Think Tank or at Army Think Tank Podcast. And as usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we release the video.
Yeah.
And so on that note, happy 8th anniversary BTS, and have a good week. Bye.